It's a company that started in 1966 as a family firm. It's now owned by two directors, and we're both, as it happens, both the directors are involved in the church market. My co-director and managing director, Stephen Hunter, is quite a creative thinker, and in the mid-1980s he perceived that there was a potential for treating the church as a vertical market. And in fact, Stephen was involved in working with an organisation called Churches Purchasing Scheme and in creating that, and also with one of the motor companies who are still here selling cars to churches. He was involved in creating that concept. And in liaising with Gospatrick Hume, the founder of this exhibition, and working with him again all around the mid-1980s, 1984, 1985. The churches are probably more loyal than a lot of other customers, but we can't assume that, and we do have to work at it. But we do enjoy the market as a company. It's one we have niche marketed. It is unique. Not a lot of other people have the patience to do it. Typically, if a church inquires to us today at this exhibition or at any time through any marketing means, it can take that church between 6 months and 3 years to make a buying decision because of committee stages and fundraising constraints.
This is what the duplicator business is about for you. This is the after sales. This
Yes.
is where you store your inks and masters.
That's the most important thing. When there's a prospect, and the most important thing is to know that he get his right machine, the right type of machine, so a 3, 4 or 600 dpi machine or a B4 or A3 machine. But the most important thing for me and also for the dealers of Neko is the ink and masters. So very important is that, because that's for years and years after the sales of the hardware.
Yep.
The ink and masters are much more important, and the profit is much better on the ink and masters than the profit on the hardware.
Okay. Now you've said to me in time and again that the sort of paper you use is very important in terms of the quality. Do
Yes.
you think it's important that salespeople who are selling into the graphics market understand a little bit about paper?
Yes, because what's very important by normal paper is you have the top side and the bottom side. The sides are not the same.
Okay.
And also, how are the grains? I will show you.
Yep.
For instance, when we have this sheet of paper, and you can do it very easy by yourself.
Yep.
And you see that it's like this. And when I do it like this, then it's straight. That means that the grains are in this direction.
Okay.
And it's very important, not only for a duplicator, but also very important for copying and other printing systems.
We're very careful to make sure we can supply folding machines for folding service sheets at affordable prices, and the little bookie booklet maker, which is a sort of little semi-manual folder stapler, which usually fits within church budgets. And that does very well for us, and there's one of those over there. We also, however, supply what I would regard as commercial print standard collators, folders and booklet makers, which would, in a commercial print environment, would take from an offset press, collate and fold and staple booklets. We have a number of large church and specialist organisations in this sector who will buy those. We actually installed in a church in Ipswich, a traditional Anglican church, a new 1215 to replace a previous model, the JP 1010, which was similar. They've been very happy with our service on that, and they've gone for a 10-station collating machine linked to a cast booklet maker that does the whole thing all in one. They will have spent significantly more on that system than on the duplicator. I guess about £8,000 on that compared to the less than 2,000 on the duplicator. They now actually have to spend money on a new church floor, because when we installed this whole system, they discovered they'd got woodworm and part of it fell through the floor. Unfortunately for us, it stood up to the test and was perfectly intact and unmarked, but there we go. I have no doubt, and I've been in this market 22 years, and I've been at Unigraph 22 years, selling duplicating products 22 years, and they were hand operated in those days. This is without question the best available on the market, the best range, the best product at all levels. The quality is unbeatable, the reliability is unbeatable, but it is the best kept secret. in the Ricoh family, as far as we're concerned in the UK and I guess in Europe. We need to raise the profile of the product and tell people it's here.